back, everyone, to Poppin' Often with Lofton, Sword of Legend Online. Now, I'm always hyped when new MMOs drop or new games that I'm going to play is coming out. So I'm doing trailers to things that I would actually play. I'm not just doing trailers for review. I mean, I kind of am doing it for views because why not else post it? I'm just saying. I would only do trailers that I'm going to play or that I'm interested in. So you're not going to see any trailers of stuff where it's like, you're just doing a trailer of some random stuff. No, it's going to be stuff that I actually am interested in. But without further ado, let's get started. Before we get started, though, I just want to say that I'm going to take a different approach to this video. Approach to this video. If you guys don't like it, thumbs down and let me know in the comments below. If you guys do like it, I'll keep doing it like this. But what I want to do is I want to pretty much pause it within the video. I'll put the link in the description below for you guys to watch it, the whole thing without interruptions. And I just want to kind of point out some things that stick out to me. I've never watched this before, but, you know, I just want to pause it and be like, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? Instead of just kind of letting it go. I'll try to make it as quick as possible because I don't want to waste your time. Without further ado, let's get started. Music already on point. Okay, so we got different biomes. Already Blade and Soul vibes. Hold up! Oh! Oh! I can't! Okay, so already we noticed there's flying. We noticed a couple of jobs. There's one person that's like maybe using a sash or maybe just magical powers in general. Another person that has an axe. I mean, that's obvious what that is. And then someone who has a scythe. I'm going to assume that's more of a DPS thing, not really a tank thing. There might not be tanks and DPS stuff in this game, though, because I believe in Blade and Soul it's kind of the same way. There's really no such thing as that. And that might be the same approach here. Mounts and flying mounts, and you can fly with your wings. Okay, that's dope. And you can see a little pet right there. So we got mounts, pets, flying. And you might be wondering why it's blurry. Trust me, I'm just as curious as you are. So. Terraforming? Wait, so is this housing? So you're going to have your own separate, like, instance of housing, and you can manipulate the terrain. That's pretty cool, but I feel like that might be the main point of people trying to play it, maybe? And if it's not real fleshed out, it's going to have problems. You know what I mean? This definitely looks like something where it's like, I am 100% going to be doing something like this, and then it's like, if it doesn't work out, though, I might be mad if the other stuff doesn't work out, too. So I hope it's not one of those games where it's like only one thing is amazing and everything else is whack, but if that amazing doesn't interest you, then the whole game's whack. You know what I mean? It happens, and I just hope that doesn't happen. Fishing? You got me. Any game with fishing, I'm in it. Great sword, of course. Another thing to note is all these models seem to be just Asian models. I'm going to assume there's different skin colors, of course, but you can kind of tell they're all probably going to have to look like this in terms of like, if you guys ever played Final Fantasy, you would know that you can make your character look of like any type of ethnicity, more or less. Now, with this game, you can make a different skin color change, but I'm assuming the model is still going to be Asian. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying if you guys are not interested in that, that's probably what's going to happen. Okay, raids. One thing I already noticed is that the combat is similar to Blade and Soul. I don't know what you call that. I think tab targeting is where you click and then you press your abilities. I guess this is like a live action. It's kind of on the form of Black Desert Online, but not as well put together. Does that make sense? Like Black Desert Online combat is like, they did work. This looks like it's going to be more or less Blade and Soul combat style in terms of like your fighting. Because as you see, look at the character move around, but then also pay attention to their auto attacks. You see kind of how she's attacking and going around. Now, it could just be the thing where you're pressing the ability and you're walking around, but I just don't think, especially in a new age like this, where games would happen to have that. You guys might be like, they do have that. It is tap target. Let me know. I'm curious. But in my eyes, it just looks like Blade and Soul. And Blade and Soul, I believe, does not have tap targeting. I personally like just like FF, where you walk up and it tells you, okay, you can use this ability or you can't because you're out of range, get in range, and then you can use it. I like that. I don't really like being able to like slice midair, but up to y'all. You see, like that. You see the autos? She's like moving around while she's auto. I think that is what it is. So, I personally like it. Not gonna say I don't. It looks good. I didn't like Blade and Soul's combat, mostly because I didn't like Blade and Soul's classes. And I can get into a whole video about that. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I definitely played it. I played it and got to cap and then, you know, did the home moon thing or whatever. But I personally, there was no class that I actually fell in love with and the abilities that I fell in love with. There was nothing like that for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't want to take too much of your time. If you guys do enjoy it, thumbs up. If you guys didn't enjoy this format, you guys will just have me watch the trailer and react as the trailer is going and no pauses and stuff like that, and no talking. You know, let me know in the comments, and of course, thumbs down if that's what you guys want. So without further ado, thank you guys for doing what? Poppin' often with Lofton.